Your brain keeps a ledger. Every loss, every betrayal, every year you spent surviving instead of living, none of it disappeared. It was written down in your chemistry, in your reflexes, in the way you scan a room before you sit down in it. Scientists have a name for the weight of that ledger, and the people who carry it almost never know they're still holding the pen. The name is allostatic load. A neuroscientist named Bruce McEwen coined it at Rockefeller University in the 90s, and it means something simple and brutal: the wear and tear on a body whose stress system never gets to stand down. Your stress response was built for sprints. Danger appears, cortisol floods. You act, it ends, the system resets. That was the design. But when the danger doesn't end, when it's years of instability, grief stacked on grief, a childhood or a marriage or a decade that never let you exhale, the system stops resetting, it recalibrates. It decides that alert is the new normal, and then it rebuilds you around that decision. Here is the part your own biology would want you to know. None of this is malfunction. It's your brain doing exactly what it was built to do. For most of human history, a nervous system that assumed the worst kept its owner alive. The ones who relaxed too early didn't become anyone's ancestors. So when you've gone through too much, your body doesn't ask whether the war is over. It asks one question: did assuming danger keep us alive last time? And the answer is always yes. So maybe this is you. You're the one everyone calls when something breaks, because you go unnaturally calm in a crisis and quietly lost the moment things are fine. Good news makes you flinch before it makes you glad, because you're already pricing what it will cost. You can rest, technically, but only after you've earned it. And somehow, it never gets earned. Picture a man at his own promotion dinner. Everyone is laughing. He's laughing too, in the right places, at the right volume. And under the table, his leg is bouncing because some deep old part of him is doing what it always does in good moments, counting exits. He'll go home tonight and feel tired in a way the evening doesn't explain. Nobody hurt him. Nothing went wrong. That's the point. His alarm doesn't need a reason anymore. It just needs an occasion. Nobody says this part out loud, so stay with me, because this is where it stops being flattering. Carl Jung had a word for the parts of ourselves we refuse to look at. He called it the shadow. And for people who have gone through too much, the shadow usually isn't the pain. Everyone can see the pain. The shadow is what the pain provides. Because a wound, carried long enough, starts paying rent. It becomes the reason no one is allowed to expect too much of you. It becomes proof of depth. In a world full of people who, you tell yourself, wouldn't understand, it becomes an identity, the one who has been through too much. And identities do not want to be dissolved, even the ones built from grief. Jung's warning was precise. What you refuse to look at doesn't disappear. It steers. From the dark, it decides which risks you never take, which apologies you never accept, which futures you quietly cancel. And it lets you file all of it under wisdom. None of this makes your pain less real. The ledger is real. Every entry in it happened. But somewhere along the way, some people stop carrying the ledger and start defending it. And from the outside, those two things look identical. There are two kinds of pain in people who've been through too much, and the difference is not the size of what happened. Psychologists draw the line between processed pain and carried pain. Processed pain has a past tense. It happened, it was felt, it was spoken, or grieved, or raged through, and then it turned into information. It informs your choices. It doesn't make them for you. Carried pain never got its past tense. It rides in the present. You consult it before every decision. You tell its story not as history, but as evidence. Evidence for why you can't, why you shouldn't, why you never will. Same wound, two different lives, and you already know which one you're holding. Not from the story you usually tell, from this. When something good gets close, do you reach for it, or do you reach for the ledger? There was a woman who told her story the same way for 20 years. Word for word, every loss in order, every name, every date, an accountant of her own catastrophes. Then one evening, telling it again to someone new, she heard herself. Not the story, the recitation. And she understood, mid-sentence, what she had been doing every time she told it. She wasn't remembering the debt, she was collecting on it. The ledger was real. Every line of it was true. She was just the only one, still keeping it open.